Super Mario Galaxy is an extremely popular game, and today we're going to be looking at one of the two plushes that were made for this game. I've already made a video about the band Presto set, but today we're going to be looking at the Sanei Super Mario Galaxy set. So with that said, welcome to a look at the Sanei Super Mario Galaxy plush set. Now let's start off with the first plush in the set, which is Mario. Now this is basically a normal Mario plush set. Well, there's one main detail added to him, is that he's actually holding a mushroom, which is actually really unique and is not an idea used on basically any other Mario plush ever made. But yeah, this Mario plush is basically the exact same as the normal Super Mario plush made by Sanei, and well, it's just slightly bigger than the normal Mario plush. And I'm guessing the reason why they made this plush slightly bigger than the normal is that to make the mushroom just slightly bigger so it looks more detailed and so they can make it look a little better. This Mario plush's face looks really accurate, has really nice embroidery on the eyes, and is overall stitched in it really nicely. And the hat is very well stuffed, and the only way to take it off is that you cut it off, so yeah, I would definitely not recommend doing that though, because that'll obviously damage the plush. Also, these four plushes in this set seem to be made out of this really fuzzy material instead of like a normal non-fuzzy plush material. It seems for like whatever reason they decided to make these plushes out of a more fuzzy material instead of their like other normal Mario plushes with not as a fuzzier material, which just seems to be a random thing that they decided to add to these plushes. The buttons on the overalls are made out of a felt material and they're only glued on so they could fall off. And his hands are stitched to a mushroom so they can't really be taken off there, so they're kind of stuck in one position. And overall, the mushroom's pretty well detailed, it's the correct shape and has all the correct embroidery on it, and overall looks pretty good, especially for the size of it. Because well, since the mushroom's pretty small, they had to cram a lot of details onto a small area, and I think they did a good job with it. One thing that is weird about this plush is that for some reason the shoes are made out of a lot less fuzzy material than the rest of the plush. And instead of making it out of this fuzzy plush material, they made it out of this like normal like feltish material, which is overall a really weird decision that they decided to make only one detail on this plush out of that material. But yeah, overall this plush is really good and I would definitely recommend getting it, but it is quite expensive. And you can find these plushes on eBay and Mercari, but they will sell for a lot of money, and they are getting pretty rare, especially because well, these plushes are getting just older and older. And now let's move on to the next plush, which is the Fire Mario. Now the Fire Mario plush is obviously very similar to the normal Mario plush, except this one's actually holding a fire flower instead of a mushroom, which makes sense. And just like the normal Mario plush, instead the embroidery on the face is really nice and is overall really well stitched on. And this hat's very nicely stuffed and the emblem on it is overall really nicely detailed. But just like the normal Mario plush, the buttons are made out of a felt material and they're only glued on, so that's basically one of the only parts of this plush that can actually get damaged. And well, instead of holding the fire flower with both hands like the mushroom, he's actually only holding it with one, which is overall a better detail because I think it looks better only holding it in one hand because it takes up less space on the plush. And well, just like the mushroom, for being a very tiny object, they did a great job embroidering on the fire flower and overall looks really good. And well, same thing with the shoes on this plush. I don't know why they made it out of a different material than the rest of the Mario plush. It just really doesn't make that much sense. But yeah, just like the normal Mario plush holding a mushroom, this one's great now. I definitely recommend getting it. You can find it on eBay and Mercari, but it will be pretty expensive. And now let's move on to the more unique plushes instead, starting off with the Bee Mario. Now this Bee Mario plush uses the exact same face as the normal Mario plush and is nicely embroidered on. The mustache overall looks really good and it's really nicely detailed. His hat's made out of this fake leather material, which overall feels really nice and it actually surprisingly holds up really well over the years. Because usually this fake leather material holds up really bad over the years, but this one surprisingly holds up really well. Which is another good thing about these plushes, showing that Sanei put a lot of work into making them hold up over the years. But one thing on this plush that doesn't hold up is the wings on it, because they're made out of a very thin material that could easily get bent and damaged because they're only made out of a felt material. But yeah, the rest of the Mario plush is really good and it's overall really accurate to how it's supposed to look. The buttons are only glued on so they could fall off, and also the overall straps are only stitched on slightly so they could also just get damaged and fall off. But yeah, I think they did a great job with this Mario plush, but for some reason they did decide to make him in a sitting position, which overall looks really weird. I think it would have been better if they made him in a standing position, because that's usually the position you see Bee Mario in. And just like the other two Mario plushes, for some reason the shoes are made out of a different material from the rest of the plush. But yeah, I would definitely recommend getting this plush because it's overall really unique because it's one of two Bee Mario plushes to ever exist, but it could sell for a lot of money, like upwards of $100 on eBay and Mercari. And now let's move on to the final plush in this set, which is the Boo Mario. Now this Boo Mario plush is very well shaped and looks a lot like a Boo is supposed to look. And they also did a very good job stuffing this plush because it holds up pretty well over the years, especially on the arms, because that looks like it could get unstuffed really easy, but it actually can't. And the Mario hat on the top is just a normal Mario hat used on Mario plush, except it's just stitched onto the Boo Mario plush. The embroidery is overall really nice, and they did a great job making the mustache look all correct and have the correct humps on them. Because well, sometimes on Mario mustache you can't really see the defined details on it, but on this plush they made it very clear with the defined details, which overall looks really good. The tongue on this plush is made out of a felt material, so it could collect debris and dust, and same thing with the inside of the mouth, that's also made out of a felt material. And also this plush can get easily stained compared to other plushes in this set because well, it's fully white, so stains will appear a lot easier on this plush than the others. So if you do get this plush, I would definitely recommend being careful with it and trying to not get it dirty at all. And just like the Bee Mario, this plush sells for upwards of $100 on eBay and Mercari, so you could find it there, but it will be pretty expensive. But yeah, which plush is your favorite? Mine's probably the Boo Mario, but comment down below yours, and yeah, have a great day.